Welcome back to Basic Advanced Math. You know this channel, it's basically where I'm trying to take more complex math concepts and explain them in a way that you guys can more easily understand them, so you guys can go out there and kill the math like you're gonna have to do if you are in any of these math courses. Today we're still in Calculus BC or Calc 2, they're the same thing. What are we going over today? Today we're going over the derivatives of certain functions, including exponential functions, natural log functions, and log functions. This is another exponential. It's kind of a special case. We're going to get to that. But these are pretty much the main three building blocks that you're going to need to do differentiation across all of Calc 2, Calc BC. Once you get these three down, you can apply the chain rule, whatever else you need to do to solve the equations, but these are going to be the main three that you need to know. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with this one right here, the exponential function. So for exponential functions, we have one main rule that we need to follow pretty much every time, not pretty much. We have one rule that we need to follow every time we differentiate one of these, and that is going to be 3 steps, okay? The first step, super easy. You literally write the whole thing, the whole term, you just write it again. That's it. So we're going to do a to the x to the b, which is what this is, a to the x to the b. We write it again, times, what's the second term? The second term is going to be an answer, is going to be the derivative of this exponent. We're breaking it into 2 parts, that part and that part. We take the derivative of the top part, which is the exponent of the main term. What is the derivative of that? It is going to be b times x to the b minus 1, right? It's pretty simple when you think about it. It's just the derivative of that term. That's the formula for derivative. Okay, the last term is going to be the natural log of a. The first term, natural log of just the bottom term. We don't say xb, just this one. So it is going to be natural log of a. This is it. This is the formula you need to know to differentiate the exponentials. Once you get this memorized, we're going to go over an example real quick, and we're going to move on. So our example that we're going to be going over is the derivative of 7 to the x squared. Okay, how we're going to do this? Literally like this. We already know that. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the first term again, 7 to the x squared times b to the x minus 1, which is of course just the derivative of this top term. What is the derivative of x squared? That's 2x. You should know that. It's pretty simple. And the last part of the differentiation is simply taking ln of a, which is this term, which is 7. So it's times the natural log of 7, and that's it. This is your answer. That works for all this simple differentiation of exponential functions. This is the basis for it. Let's go. Real quickly, we're going over e to the x to the a. This is almost exactly the same as the last one, except you notice that instead of having a random term down here, we're going to have e. What did it change? It changed just a little bit, and it's slightly easier than the last one. It actually uses the exact same formula. You write the thing again, and then where we normally take the natural log of e, you'll notice that the natural log of e is actually 1. So if it starts with just e, you don't have to worry about the natural log because it's literally just 1. So what we're going to do is apply this to an equation, and we're going to solve a problem real quick, and we're going to move on. So right here we have e to the x squared. We're taking the derivative of that. What this is super easy. Like I said, you write the thing down again, and then you write the derivative of the top function right here, which is x squared. Derivative of that is 2x. And this is your answer. We don't need to take the natural log of a because the natural log of the a term, which is e, is 1. That just cancels out. You throw it away. And this is your answer. If you have an e, that's all you have to do. That's the end of that. All right, guys. Notice it got a little bit brighter in here. That's because we are getting intense with these derivatives. What's next? The derivative of natural logs. This is a very easy formula. You just got to know the formula. It may look like you have no idea what you're doing because it's different than what we're used to doing with differentiation. However, once you figure out what it is, it's very easy. All it is we're going to take this function right here. This is all you got to worry about. Natural log, throw it away. We don't need it. All we need is this function. We need the derivative of this function right here, which is that function prime. That little dash means a prime, which means that it's just the first derivative of that function. over that original function. That's it. Take the natural log of the function, derivative of it is just the prime of that function over the function originally. That's it. We're going to go straight into an example. All right, we got the derivative of natural log of x squared plus 1. Like I said, this is very easily. You just follow this formula. What's the derivative of this function right here? It's simply 2x. The 1 goes away because there's no term on it, so it's going to be 2x. We got that on top. What's on bottom? As I already explained, it's literally just this function. We throw it down bottom. That's the final answer. That's all it is. It's super, super easy. You got to get this formula right here down. Once you know that formula, you can find the differentiation of any natural log formula, any natural log function. That's it. That's all you need to know. We're going to move on to the logarithmic functions now. All right, guys. This one may be the easiest one that we're going to do. It's extremely simple. Once again, got to know the formula so that we can get it right every time. The formula is going to be very simple. All it is 1 over x times 1 over x times the natural log of a. I can't write. I'm not good at doing things. Here we go. 1 over x times the natural log of a. That's all it is. That's all we need to know. That's going to be the derivative of this. We're going to throw an example up real quick, and we're going to get out of here. Here we go. We got a formula right here. It's the same thing as this. You just replace a with a 5. We're going to go really quick. All it is going to be following this formula right here. It's 1 over x, which is just x, times the natural log of a. You can see a is 5, so it's natural log of 5. Like I said, I can't write things well, and that's it. This is your answer. Know this formula, know it by heart, memorize it, put it in a calculator, anything. If you get this formula along with the other two, you are well on your way to solving most of the differentiation that you're going to do throughout this entire course. You get these 3 down, you're going to be set for a while. So get these 3 down and embed it into your brain. This concludes the lesson today. Let's go kill this math.